Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky and I am here to do a process video for LOAD519, and this is for day 13. I did not use the prompt for this day. I just went ahead and did whatever it was that I had wanted to do. Now, the collection that I'm going to be using today is the Kaiser Craft Summer Splash Collection. I love the Kaiser Craft designs of their papers. It's just so thin, so I don't usually get a lot of Kaiser Craft unless it's a design I cannot possibly pass up. If this was any other collection, I probably would have gutted out that centerpiece of the paper I'm using as a border because that paper is super fun. It's like all these little hash lines and they're kind of give you a wave effect, but I just keep the full sheet and just leave like a 1/4 inch around. And the reason why I did that is because they're just not very thick. Now I am going to be using a sketch for this one. It's at the top right hand corner of your screen. This is a page map sketch. I had already right here have picked out my papers, have already trimmed down the centerpiece that follows that sketch pretty closely, and here I was just pulling out my title. Now those are some freckled fawn cork alphas. They're really quite a pain to use because they're just in this baggie, right? And you just have to pick out the letters you want. I might try to get use out of those one more time, but after that I think I am not going to have the patience for it. I also have my photos right here, as you can see. I'm trying to get a good grasp of where I want them to be centered on that paper. I love that paper. It's kind of a gradient and it gives you the idea of water. So I do want the photos to go above and also below on that paper. And I did want to have some of the darker and some of the lighter color. So I went ahead and marked the paper and cut it up just where I can get the colors that I had wanted to. These are photos of my great nephew when he and his mom came to visit me, Tiffany. And the reason I am naming this title Living His Best Life is because when he was out there cleaning the pool, he cleaned the pool for us. Thank you, Kyron. He cleaned the pool from us and then he went and got into the spa. And we're sitting on the back porch and she's looking at him and she says he's just living his best life right now. So I went ahead and called this Living His Best Life. Now with this collection, there were a lot of these like huts. I mean, I guess they're kind of like swim houses. What are those called? Cabanas? Cabanas maybe? I did use that strip of them right there in the center, but there's also stickers that match that, so I will use several of those stickers around the page as well. Right here I'm pulling out some of the stickers off the sticker sheet that I think I am going to want to use on here. I'm going to go ahead and cut away. I'm just going to ink everything in a blue Distress Oxide ink, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down exactly where it was. So we have the stripes, we have that gradient paper that was a center strip, the huts or the cabanas, and then this little branding strip right there that I liked. Those are little starfish. So I just put them back exactly where they were. Here I'm going to go ahead and stick down the title, which is Living His Best Life. I will cut this out because these are not sticky backed. I do have to put adhesive on the back of every single one of these alphas to get them put down. The photos are going to go pretty much where they are, but I will stick those down here in just a little bit. Now you can see I'm using the cork alphas, so I'm going to need to have a little bit more cork in here. The reason I chose those alphas is because if you look at the photo, you can see our privacy fence in the back, and it kind of has the same tone as that fence. Also, it kind of gives me the feeling of outside, the cork does. But I will need to find a little bit more cork to pull in, and I will find a little pack of jelly bean soup. You can see over on the left hand side of my desk there is just this random shape of cork. Those pieces I'm going to use a hole punch to punch out some little small cork circles, and I'm going to scatter those around as you would enamel dots. There is where I went ahead and found the jelly bean soup cork pack, and they're kind of printed, so the ones with something in the center, I just stick them in far enough to where you cannot see that. I will use the ones with white dots, but I thought that tied in really good, and I do obviously allow the white dots on this to show. Here, right here is where you can see those small dots that I was talking about that I used a hole punch. The stickers I had, the cork stickers I had that I punched those out of were like speech bubbles, and I don't super love speech bubbles, so I didn't think I would ever use them. I did that same technique using the hole punch in a previous video about sea turtles, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and stick the photos down, like I said, right where they were. Now down there at the bottom, the sticker says rest, relax, repeat. And up here at this top, I'm putting chase the sun. Now these weren't actually taken in the summer. This is more of a summer line, but these weren't actually taken in the summer. These were actually taken in October. But that's fine because we live in the South and it is still warm and you can still swim and you can still go outside and get in the spa. I just went ahead and went ahead and worked with the summer line because it just worked well with my photos. Even though it wasn't technically summertime anymore, I didn't care. I am going to go ahead, you saw right there, I put down that cork piece on the right hand side and layered it with a sticker that says never a dull moment. When Kyron was in the spa, he kept standing up and doing these funny little dances for us. I will write some journaling down there under those photos. I have not done that as of yet. A lot of times I will save my journaling for the end for myself because it's not really necessarily something that I want to share. So also underneath this dull moment, I do put another piece of cork down there. It is just a white, it was like painted white already on the sticker sheet like that. And the reason I put that there is because the sticker was kind of kept trying to droop downwards. So I was like, okay, we'll just put another embellishment right there to hold it up, and it worked. That's what we did. After I put down all of these little cork dots, I'm not going to do anything else to this layout. I do not add splatters or anything like that. I will have some still photos at the end. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.